Louisiana, I'm Boom Addict, so I just wanted to come to you today to talk to you a little bit about what's going on. You know, why is it we're having to fight the very elected officials that many of us voted for, including Jeff Landry, over carbon capture sequestration, over property rights, over endangering our water aquifers? Why is this industrial build-out so important to him? And now today, he's trying to pick our next senator. He has stuck himself so far up in the middle of this Senate race, you can obviously tell he's desperate. And I don't understand. Why does it mean so much to him? Well, I'll explain why today. Because what he's done is he's invited this industry in here that's totally contingent on 45Q tax credits. And without them, they wasn't coming. The problem is, he don't own the pore space. We do. And he had to pass legislation, which they did it before he got in, that would allow them to take that right. So I do believe it was a combined effort. He was the Attorney General, and to believe for 1 second he didn't know what they were up to when they passed Act 61, giving private industry the authority to take private land without a public purpose for private gain? I mean, that don't make any sense. Who would think in the world we would ever be fighting a majority Republican administration over property rights, them taking our land? I'm sitting here today where I buried my daddy. It means a lot to me. It's my family cemetery. This is our land, and nobody's taking it. I don't give a crap what they want to do. I'm going to fight. I'm not going to give in. They can't give me enough money for me to lease it for something I don't want to lease it for. You know, is it all about the money? Because that's what they talk about. We need this industrial build out. And if you don't do it, Mr. Cameron Henry said, when you don't have money for your roads and your schools, don't blame us. Well, you know what? I just soon drive on a dirt road. I've done it before. And I just soon leave our schools exactly where they are. Our kids are educated. They get the ability to go to college. Y'all ain't done anything for us. We're driving on the worst dadgum roads in the country. Don't make it sound like that we're going to lose the world, because we're not. And jobs and industry. If we got plenty of industry. Do we want more? Yes, we're pro-industry. We're pro-oil and gas. But what we aren't is pro-take our land. This economic development plan that you've got, Governor Landry, is nothing more than a land taking. You have stole our land and offered it up as a sacrificial offering for your industry to come to our state. You have converted our state agencies to make a fast-track program where these guys are really unregulated for the most part. They get to come in here, they get to get their permits fast and hard on something that you've got LSU saying is a proven science. And it isn't a proven science. It's only been done 2 times in the nation. People better wake up. If you want to sit back and let them take your constitutional rights, this is our Louisiana Constitution. This is our state. That's our water aquifer. I'd much rather have a good drink of water than I would for him to have a bunch of money given to big corporations. I don't care if big corporations succeed. If they can't run a profitable business, just as I do, nobody's subsidizing my business. I run a business, and it's based upon material, labor, overhead, and profit. And without those things, I can't survive. I don't need to be at the trough gathering taxpayer dollars. I don't need that. What I need to do is make a sustainable business that will make it on its own. And if they can't do it, they don't need me. If they don't want to come to Louisiana just because we're a nice place to come and we got to buy them to come here, we got to give them, Jeff Landry, you got to give them our pore space in order to entice them to come do business in your state? What's wrong with that picture? Why are you going to sell out your own people in order to make a big industrial complex? You know, I'm telling you right now, there's parishes in South Louisiana that ain't going to have any land left. Cameron just will pack and move out. I remember as a kid going down crabbing at Cameron. I don't know if I would want to catch a crab out of Cameron after all this is done. I mean, do we want to have exports? Yes. Do we want to grow industry? Yes. But we don't want to do it on the backs of the taxpayers and the people. We want to do it because it's a sustainable industry. It's something that people can, that can actually help the state. You giving these people large tax abatements, bringing all these AI data centers, ranting and raving and popping your little ceremony things that saying that, you know, victory, boy, we brought in the $3.4 billion data center. You know, what you're not telling them is that AI is going to take 10% of the dadgum jobs approximately throughout the state. That AI may be the revolution. We may have to have it, but it ain't going to be all benefit. It's going to come with some sacrifice. And most of that sacrifice is going to come on us, the taxpayers. You know, I don't know what happened to y'all. Y'all went from getting on Democrats for talking about men going in women's bathrooms to y'all stealing people's land, taking people's property, authorizing foreign and domestic companies the right to take Louisiana citizens' property whether they want to give it up or not. And you can say, well, we ain't taking nobody's property. No, you ain't. You haven't started injecting anything under the ground yet. But when you start, I can promise you, they went out and leased land 2 years ago. But today, people don't understand what happened. 2 years ago, y'all kept it quiet. People didn't have a clue what it was even meant. They didn't know what injecting CO2 was about. And the bad part is there's no purpose to inject it. There's 2 reasons for you to inject CO2 in the ground, Governor Landry. Either you're doing it for the money, or you're doing it because you believe in climate change. And I believe it's the money. But people in Louisiana, I'm telling you right now, y'all better think about who's standing with us. I'm telling you right now, this election means something. A lot of you stayed home because you didn't feel it was important. But I'm telling you right now, this is important. This is very, very important that you get out and vote in this election. I thank y'all, and I ask God to bless each and every one of you.